as well. Kirsten Watson joining us here on Traveling to Markets. Good to see you again, Kirsten.
Hi, guys. Long time no see.
Right?
You follow that intro.
I've kind of missed you all.
We did.
Yeah,
miss you,
well,
yes.
it's great to have you back. I got to say.
you.
I got to say.
Thank you.
Let's start with what he just said. When you got the job, we talked with Steven a few minutes ago, and he's like, "Oh boy, here we go." What about for you?
Yeah. When I got this job, I will say I was so excited because I had been working for the NFL, for the league, and I was on the international side. And at the same time, so we're doing the London games, we're planning for a future Germany game, the game that's in Mexico City. And at the same time, I was covering the Lakers for Spectrum. So, I'm in my era where I got this. I'm grinding. I'm doing all these different jobs. I'd wake up. I'd go to the NFL office. Then I would leave to go to Spectrum, to go into hair and makeup. Then I'd go to the Lakers facilities if I'm doing South Bay that night. Or I'm going to Staples Center to cover the Lakers. And it was just go, go, go. And all of that was happening. And then, of course, COVID came, which impacted a lot of people's careers, mine including. I had job security with the NFL, but Spectrum was adamant that they wanted to find ways to keep me involved. So I get this call randomly. I'm literally going to Tampa to work the Super Bowl. That's when we had all the paper cutouts, all the things, yes. Right. And it's my boss from Spectrum, and his name is AJ Ponceglione, and he is just like, so listen, there's been a change on the Dodgers broadcast, and our previous reporter, Alana Rizzo, so talented, she has decided that it's time to move on, with her life and her family, and therefore we know what you've been doing on the Lakers side. We know that you've been kind of planning to go on that track. But that's not going to be the case anymore. It's not up to us. It's up to the Dodgers, but we are putting your name forward, and we would like you to be their next team reporter. And I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, okay, that's amazing, but I know 3 strikes you're out, and you hit a home run, and I know base level baseball, but I didn't necessarily know the lingo, just the in and outs.
And baseball fans can be really tough when they feel like the person that's talking about it
doesn't know it,
embedded in it.
Yeah.
And I've never gotten that sense from watching you that you did not live and breathe baseball your whole life.
I did not, and so I think I had trained, because volleyball and actually baseball are very similar training-wise, so I had trained with a lot of baseball players growing up, so I knew just that side of it and kind of the mental grind of it, but I didn't know the unspoken words, the things in the clubhouse, things like that. So it was a very big transition, as Oral was saying. Of course, it was at a time in which they loved my personality, they loved what I was doing, and they loved how I could relate to the guys in a different way and bring a different personality out of them. But then I couldn't even do that because I couldn't really get to know the guys.
And so
exactly. Yeah. There's Zoom where there's a delay or there's there's a lot of different things going on. So I'm very grateful. As Oral was saying, my producer, Mike Levy, was adamant. She has to go on the road. I know none of us are allowed to travel, but she has to go. She has to build these relationships. That's the only way she's going to get the trust from the players. That's the only way. Because also, I don't know if they would admit it, but I was kind of like, I think they're testing me. I think they're trying to see, is she in this grind actually with us? And I think once I got through my first year, go back the next year, spring training, they're seeing 162 regular season games is not an easy feat.
No.
That is truly a marathon, not a sprint. And I think them seeing oh, she's showing up every single day with us. She's trying to learn. She's asking questions. She's being respectful in the sense of, I give them their space. I see, I'm trying to meet them at what they're giving me. Mm-hmm. And so over time, it just, again, I had so much support that first year. And it definitely got to a point where I was kind of like, I either need to pull myself up by my bootstraps or I'm gonna be out of job. And I also had just gotten this new apartment, and I was so I actually can't afford not to have a job. That's how my household works. They were you're in or you're out. Yep. And so it was go time. And honestly, I'm so grateful for that challenge that first year, for those failures, for the success, for all of it, because it gave me a new appreciation for this sport, for the space that I'm at, how lucky I am to get to cover the Los Angeles Dodgers, and it opened up new doors for me. It pushed me in a whole new way, and I've grown so much from that. Honestly, those first 2 years.
I bet the players were cool. When you don't know the lingo, they kind of pick up on that. But I bet they were cool. They give you a hard time.
I think they appreciated because I wasn't trying to act like I know something you don't know.
Right.
I actually don't know what you just did, so why don't you explain it to me?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you made that decision with no judgment? And I think that's the biggest thing, because obviously when you do have a lot of people who are, sometimes when they ask a question and it's with the tone of, I know you did it wrong, or I know that
there was a mistake.
There was a mistake made.
Yeah.
Exactly. But for me, I think I was going into it more of, from like being an athlete, I can recognize you made that decision for a reason. So why don't you just explain to me why you made that decision and what was working, what you saw? Obviously, if things didn't work, it happens. Like, look, this is truly a game of failure. So you are going to fail more times than 7 times out of 10, if you're batting 300. So I think when you look at it that way, it humanizes all of it.
It does. John Kruk was the guy that really grabbed me by the neck and said, do you understand that we play every day?
Yeah.
For 7 months.
Even when he said it, it didn't compute. And then, you play every day, and then no matter what happens, you got to answer questions.
Yeah.
No matter what.
No matter what.
One of my favorite baseball, just random little stat things, is from the beginning of the regular season to the end of the regular season. There's 19 days off. 19.
See that stuff.
The whole run. It's just packed along the way. I asked Steven this. I'll ask you the same question.
Yes.
The Padres series that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Best time for this series to happen, or the worst time, considering that they are banged up, considering they're not playing particularly well?
Okay, I see both sides to that. I would say yes. It is not. It's the worst time considering the state of, the injuries.
Yeah.
Hopefully Max Muncy will be okay. We know that he was scratched from the lineup yesterday and will undergo some testing today. Hopefully he'll be back out there. He's obviously been huge to the lineup. Tommy Edman, we're without. You, of course, want to see him out there. The bullpen, all of the high-leverage arms, the key names, the acquisitions from this offseason, the trade deadline, those are guys you'd want to see available. Yes, you want to go, 100% versus 100%, but it's not going to be the case. I do think, though, it's best case in regard to they have now lost 4 straight. As much as there have been games in where it's not been the prettiest of sights, I do think even when you look at yesterday, there were some positives that we can take away. It's just time for an energy jolt.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a team like the Padres who are going to bring it every single, it's this is going to be the World Series.
Especially the energy, right?
Yeah,
just
they bring it.
That little
yes, it's going to be gritty. It's going to be intense.
Black
and I think, I think because we've got the off day today to have a mental reset, a physical reset.
Yep.
Now the bullpen's going to be back in order and online and things like that. So I think when you have, I think it's the best timing.
I do too. I agree.
And they're looking up now in the standings. It's another reason to fight for. It's a different energy. It's a different grind than I think we're going to see tomorrow.
You've been in an NFL locker room, so you know how this goes, especially with the Rams. Okay, so Jalen Ramsey's here, and the Rams weren't doing good. Jalen Ramsey's going up the tunnel, and he's doing what Jalen Ramsey does. He's emoting.
Yeah.
And no one could tell him to shut up except for one guy, and it was Aaron. Shut the blank up. Stopped. Or if there's another situation where the team comes in and they're a little discombobulated. Matthew Stafford, same thing. Boys, we got this.
Yeah.
We're going to figure this out. We're going to rock this thing out. We're going to win this game. Let's go. Is there anyone in the clubhouse that fits that mold for the Dodgers? Right now? Outside of Doc, outside of upper management, anybody in that clubhouse, hey, dude, it's either going to be okay or shut the blank up.
Yeah. So I think in baseball it's different because you're going to have it on the position player side, the guys who are on the field every single day. I do think Kike Hernandez is that guy. He brings a different kind of fire. Clayton Kershaw. Now, this is where we get lucky. So Clayton Kershaw's on the mound tomorrow, and I think he brings that fire. He has and also because he's a future Hall of Famer, because of just obviously the back of his baseball card, what he's done. Not that the guys don't play up for any, obviously they all want to win, but I think there's a different energy playing behind him and what he's going to bring. So we're very lucky, actually, that I think that's a key point. Yeah. Oh, you were locked in?
Yeah. No, that fits.
That's what you were thinking?
Yeah. I'm with you.
But on the position player side, I'd kind of say, I think it's vocally, it'd be like a Kike. He is hurt right now, but he will be in the dugout tomorrow. He'll be with the team since he'll be back at home. I think style of play, you're going to see it from Shohei. He brings that just kind of the aura, there's just a different energy, and he makes things happen. It's not a super vocal team, but I do think you're going to be seeing things that will be a little different.
Yeah, I think you need it.
It's coming at the right time. I really do feel like this is I don't want to jinx it. I do believe in the baseball gods.
Yeah,
and
no,
you, you do not want to tell them what they're going to do.
No, we're praying.
But
we're
it
praying.
does feel like they are at the bottom of the valley.
Yeah.
This is one of these. Mookie has finally started to come out. Shohei is, just like you mentioned, on a different plane altogether. But the Kershaw part of it all, I think, is incredibly important.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe this when I saw this morning. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has thrown the most innings for the Dodgers this season. Dustin May is number 2, who just was traded to the Red Sox.
Yep.
That Clayton Kershaw has thrown the 3rd most innings for this team this year. Kirsten, how big of a surprise is that for you? I am stunned that he is 3rd in innings pitched on this team.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I think we didn't really know what we were going to get this year. And I also think when you've got Blake Snell, you've got Tyler Glass now, you had all of these names. And unfortunately, the injury bug came. Sure. And it does seem to be a good friend of the Dodgers. I don't love to say that, but I don't think any of us could have thought that. And also just how the stuff has been playing. Like he's been excellent.
Not only been available, he's been good and available. It's been remarkable. Kirsten, it is great to see you all over again. I hope we get to do it again before too long. We love watching you. Thank you so much. Kirsten Watson, everybody.
Yay.